Hey guys, welcome back. So you can probably guess what we're doing today from the little sticker over there. So I got the singular hood vents in here. I got all the hardware here for that, as well as the little weather stripping. I am working on getting the template on, as you see here. So tape measuring 8 inches to the hood's edge here, and then getting it even on both corners from here to the edge of the hood as well. So then you can see I'm just kind of outlining where that was here before taking the backing off the template and sticking it in place. So it's just kind of taped down in the top corners here. Then I flattened it out so it would fit down in here. So next step is to actually pull the backing off that thing and try to make sure I get it stuck on there the first time, so I don't have to pull it back off several times, end up messing the template up and everything else. So hopefully I can get it stuck on the first time properly. So I did go ahead and kind of wipe my hood down first before starting this, just because I wanted everything to stick properly. Probably can't tell, it still looks dirty. That's just rock chips. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the template in place, hopefully, and then I will resume the video here. Alright, so you see here now the template is on. Biggest advice for this, 2 people would really make this a lot easier. So yeah, doing it by yourself is kind of difficult, trying to hold one piece without the other side sticking. Even if you try to do the peel method, it's just kind of frustrating. Having 2 people would be much easier. So biggest piece of advice there, measure everything several times, measure it again before removing the film, and then once you get it on all the way, go ahead and measure again. I do have a couple little wrinkles in it, so I'm going to try to flatten those down, make sure they're all sitting properly, so when I do go to cutting, it won't change the measurements up any. Alright, so I got my cutting tool there, got a fender cover there under the hood here. Just kind of keep any metal shavings off so I don't have to blow them out or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I did get a Dremel for the corners, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with the longer straight pieces first. Alright, if you can see here, I made my cuts along the outsides pretty close. Then I cut across, as you see here, and back here as well. Then I'm going to use the Dremel to kind of get in the more curvy areas. Obviously this is still stuck in. It's going to be held by the inside here, so I'm going to have to go ahead and make my cuts here as well. So that is what I'll do next. Alright, so I did go ahead and decide to remove the hood completely just to get to the bottom. It was a lot easier than trying to like hang upside down in the engine bay. So yeah, I went ahead and pulled it off real quick. It's just those 4 12mm bolts, and then I got it sitting on the pad that was originally sitting right there on top of that, so it's not scuffing the paint up. I did go ahead and make my cuts here. I'm about to go ahead and get that whole section removed there once I flip it over, and then I will show that. Alright, I got that one cut out now, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn it back over now, get the Dremel out, let that cutting tool there rest a bit. It's getting a bit warm, so I'm gonna let that rest while I get the Dremel out and just clean up the corners on this side for now. So I am just going to use this Harbor Freight Dremel tool with the sanding drum on it, and just go around these edges and kind of clean them up. Alright, so I got the corners kind of cleaned up now. I do have the vent just kind of sitting on there. I haven't bent any of the fins yet. I'm just trying to get the holes lined up where they need to be for the rivets. As you see, the templates only have 2 cutouts for the holes to kind of show you where to go. So I just want to get at least those 2 started before I pull the template off. So I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 drilled. It's a 7/32 bit, and once I do that, I'll pull the template off of this side and work on getting it the rest of the way mounted. Alright, I got the template pulled away from this side. As you see, I got the rubber surround on as well. It does say in the instructions to not put it in the front there where the gurney flap is going to be. So I did not. Supposedly have enough for the other side as well for that little surround here. So it makes it look a little bit neater. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get the louvers in place now, and then go ahead and get the rivets in the 2 holes, and then we'll drill the rest of them out. Alright, I got the 2 rivets in there. Everything worked out pretty well. I might have to make a couple adjustments, take the Dremel and cut off a little bit extra just to get them to fit properly in there. But I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the holes drilled and the rivets put in, and then this side will be done. Alright, quick update. Got a lot of glitter there, as you see. Got this one fully seated now with all the rivets in. I really like how it looks so far. Just got the hood kind of sitting in place. I didn't bolt it back in because obviously I still have to do the other side. But where this sits is honestly perfect. You can see the intake literally right under it. Throttle body and supercharger right there. So gonna suck all that heat right there and get it out of the way. So that is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back down, set it back down on my mat here, and get started cutting on this side. And then we'll go from there. When I get it back down, I do want to turn it over and kind of show you the bottom side of this as well. You do have to cut the bottom out a lot wider than the top, obviously. Did not know that going into this because, well, it's me. But yeah, to get the vent there in, I do have to cut it a little bit bigger than the top side here. So I'll kind of show you once I get it down. Alright, so you see there that the bottom side is cut out much wider than the top side in order to slide the vents in place and get those holes drilled properly as well from the bottom side. So yeah, that one's done. I'm going to go ahead and flip this back over and you can get started on this side. Alright, so I got this side cut out now. I got the piece here, as you see. It does come still connected to the top here. Probably could have cut a little more right through here. Just to give me a little more space. I probably will notch that out a little bit there, just to give me a little extra room. So after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the Dremel out, clean up the edges, and work on getting the other louver fit in there. Alright, I got this one finished up, got it cleaned up, and then got the rubber surround there piece back in, get the pilot holes drilled for the first 2 that are on the template. And yeah, so time to flip it back over again, and we'll work on getting the louver in place on the bottom. Alright, so both of them are on and secured now. Just kind of got to clean everything up a little bit. A lot of metal shavings and dust everywhere, but looks great. It is sitting exactly where I wanted it. I did a couple measurements afterward just to make sure I had it straight. Not that it really mattered because they're already on there. So, but I did want to just verify that it was straight, and thankfully it was. So yeah, if any questions, just throw them down in the comments, and I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. Not really hard, just kind of time consuming, and after you do the first one, the second one's pretty easy. So just take your time and have a great day.